I am calm and focused when trading. I understand that trading is a game of probabilities. I allow my trades to play or free of interference. Money flows to me easily and frequently from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I trust myself. All good things come to me. I deserve abundance. I am a disciplined trader. I always stick to my trading rules and my trading plan. I see the market clearly and objectively, free of bias. I am surrounded by money. Abundance is my birthright. Wealth comes to me from many different sources. I allow the universe to bless me with abundance now. I trust that I will create abundance. I am magnetic to money and it is magnetic to me. I move from poverty thinking to abundance thinking. I am becoming more and more prosperous every day.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Great grand rising to the royal family, Unc and Ma'at. This is your boy Mark with the C Blake, your humble servant trader here on Profits Before Sunrise, where we take only the highest probability trade ideas, executing them with discipline, patience, and consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able to hear me loud and clear, please do drop a 111 in the chat for me. Let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Please do drop a 111 in the chat for me. Let me know. All right, all right, all right. I see those ones. I see those ones. Appreciate it, family. Appreciate it, family. All right, look, I want to say welcome to everyone on the call. If you are watching live on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can get notifications whenever it is I do go live, so you can jump on and participate and see the good news that we have to bring with Profits Before Sunrise, where we dive into the market, taking only the highest probability trade ideas, executing them with discipline, patience, and consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to say to you that we're not giving you any type of financial advice. All right, that's first and foremost. This is an educational session to teach you a strategy of trading options in the largest financial markets in the world with foreign exchange currencies. All right, let's dive in. The first thing that we want to do is we want to go ahead and look at forexfactory.com. See, there are three different types of analysis that we can do when we're in the market. We can do fundamental analysis, we can do technical analysis, and of course, we're going to have sentimental analysis. So follow me on over to Forex Factory and let us see what is actually on the news for this morning. Let's go ahead and refresh and ensure that we are on the right time frame, the right day. Today being the 12th, Wednesday, the 12th of July. All right. Looking to see if there's anything that could potentially affect us in the market right now. The time now is 5:06, and I'm not seeing anything that could potentially affect us. The next major news event is going to come out at 7:30 a.m. with USD. That's Consumer Price Index, and that usually moves the market big time, guys. All right, that usually moves the market big time. So if you're going to be in the market at that point in time, please be careful. All right, please be careful. You're looking at major news at 7:30 a.m. All right. Next up, we want to now transition over to another very important website that we use by the name of Currency Strength Meter. The Currency Strength Meter. Let's go ahead and head on over to the currency strength meter so we can actually see the direction the winds are blowing this morning. See, when we're trading here on Profits Before Sunrise, we typically only look at three major pairs. We look at Euro, USD, so that's the Euro against USD. All right. We look at Euro, JPY, and we look at USD, JPY. All right, we look at Euro USD, Euro JPY, and USD JPY. And what we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen, is some form of disparity between the two. We're trying to find the strength that is the largest, right? The biggest one. So we're looking at right now USD JPY. Why? Because it has a 9-bar difference. And when the second currency is greater than the first currency, it means that we're typically going down in the market. If the first currency is greater than the second currency, then we're typically going up in the market. So looking at Euro USD, we would be going up. Why? Because Euro is stronger than USD. If we're looking at Euro JPY, we would be going down. Why? Because JPY is greater than the Euro, and USD JPY will be going down as well. So we have two pairs that are going down. We call that bearish. And if we have, if we're looking at Euro USD, that is going up, and we call that bullish. All right. And we typically also look at the AUD as well. AUD JPY would be going down, bearish, and AUD USD would be also going up, bullish. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, follow me on over to TradingView. And for those of you who are in the program, the mentorship program Beyond the Charts, if it is that you want to be mentored by myself, you can go ahead and dive into the comment section and let us know, and someone will gladly reach out to you. All right. And you can also get in touch with me as well. The information will be there. So for those of you who are in the mentorship program, ensure that your brokers are all set up and everything is good to go. We're going to dive into TradingView right now. All right. All right. So we have TradingView up. Make sure that we have that up and running. TradingView. Come on. Where you at? All right. So let's go ahead and dive on into TradingView. Remember, Euro JPY is going down. Euro USD is going up. But we're going to be looking this morning at USD JPY. Let's see what she has in store for us. All right. So USD JPY. we're going to start off first and foremost to see where we are. Since we're going down, we want to ensure, oh, looks like she started already. Look like she started with her move already. Ah, come on. You're going to leave us like that? All right. It looks like she started to make her move down already. But yeah, I don't like to rush. All right, I don't like to rush. She's literally at the high right now and trying to push on down. So let me go ahead and start with my top-down analysis. We'll get to it when we get to it. We get a trade, we get a trade. We don't get a trade, we don't get a trade. Hey, we're gonna follow the strategy. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do a top-down analysis. And we can see on the daily time frame, ladies and gentlemen, that the price is indeed dropping. And where she's at right now, I feel as though we could actually be going back up. I mean, the charts will show, right? We're at a trend line right now on the daily. All right, you guys can see on the daily, we have a trend line right here. And price could be potentially pushing back up from here. In addition to that, we have a floor. We have a floor right here that was recently tested. All right, we have a floor that was recently tested. And so we could see a retest of this floor, or what they call the support area. We see a support area here that could also be tested. So I'm seeing anywhere now price could actually turn around on the daily time frame and push up, right? So we have to be very careful about any sell positions that we're going into right now. You have to be very careful. So I'll tell you that right now. Very careful getting into any sell positions on the lower time frame. All right. So we are in a daily candle that is bearish. So that is good. I'm going to go ahead and mark up my 4 key places in the market. Number 1, we're looking at the high of the previous candle. We're looking at the open. We're looking at the close, and we're looking at the low. All right, we're going to go ahead and label those our daily resistance and support points. Okay, so DRS for short. That's the daily resistance. All right. For those of you who are for the first time joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. For those of you who have never ever experienced options trading before, this is a scalping strategy that we've been utilizing for over 3 years now. All right. And it's been working consistently for us. So why change it, right? Anything that's good and working, why change it? I will modify it, see where we can improve upon it. But this is what we've been doing for quite some time on profits before sunrise. All right. So we have identified the daily resistance and the daily support zones. We're going to drop down now to the 1 hour time frame. All right. Drop down to the 1 hour time frame. And let us go ahead and see what the previous candle here holds for us. We can see where price is actually pushing back up on the 1 hour time frame, could be potentially setting up for a drop. I'm seeing where my wicks are actually creating lower highs here. All right. So I see a high here. I see a close here and then open right there. All right. I do not see a low wick. I mean, I believe one is there, but it's so small. I'd have to zoom into the screen really, really big to see it. There you go. It's literally right there. So close. I'm going to put it anyway. Why not? All right. So I'm going to drop it right there. And let's go ahead and label this 1 hour resistance. So 1 hour resistance right there. And we can see price is still pushing up, but we have not broken the high of this candle as yet. We have opened and we are pushing up, but we have not broken the high in the last, what, 1, 2, 3 hours. In the last 3 hours, we have failed to break the high. Could this be the hour that we're going to break the high? Could be, but let's just wait and see, because we're looking for sells off this bad boy. All right. We see a lot of imbalance also in the market on the 1 hour time frame right over here. We have a lot of imbalance in the market. And if you can't identify that, just go ahead and turn on your imbalance finder. It is an indicator that we use to find the imbalance in the market. There it is. Others call it the fair value gap. Chances are price could really push up to there and then drop. Okay. All right. Let us dive down now into the 15-minute time frame. Time now is 5:15. So the last 15-minute candle was just printed. This is it right here. And we could be experiencing a drop anytime soon. So let's see if we can get set up and prepared for that. If not, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to move on to the next currency pair. That's it. No big deal. We're not going to sit around waiting, twiddling our thumbs. All right. We just move to the next pair, see if that one is going to line up and give us a trade opportunity. If not, let's keep it moving. All right. So this is the 15-minute support. All right. Drop down now to the 5-minute. All right, great. So now that we're on the 5-minute, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually looking for the areas in which price could actually be of greatest value to us, right? We call them areas of interest. So I'm going to be looking at my previous high. I have a high right here. It created a high here, and I also have my 1-hour resistance up here as well. So I'm going to keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to keep that in mind. So we have a block there. We also have the floor. We have about 3 different floors that I'm looking at. The first floor I can see is right between here and here. All right, so price has been consolidating within that area. And that's kind of strange because USD JPY is pretty strong, right? USD was pretty weak. So we should have a lot of momentum to the downside, but that's not quite what we see here. So this is the first zone that I see. And then I have a second zone between here and here, right? And then I have a third zone between here and here. All right, so 3 different zones. I'm going to focus on the first one for right now. If she breaks through that zone, then we can focus on the others. We also have an imbalance in the market right here as well for later on when price is ready to drop. Looking at the EMA, the exponential moving average, it is red. And when it is red, it is indicating to us that we are trending down, potentially be a sell. So I'm looking to see price react off this ceiling and push on down. Okay, so that's where we're looking for our entry at this point in time, right there. Okay, so we already went overbought and dropped. So we could have potentially missed the opportunity to get in on that red candlestick you see right there, but that's okay because I see a lot of buying pressure on that candlestick. Let's go ahead and drop down to 1-minute time frame now and see if it is that we could identify a trade opportunity. Not seeing one right now based on the RSI, because when we're looking for a trade opportunity, we want the RSI on the 5-minute and the 1-minute to be somewhat in alignment. You can see right here that it is dropping. Okay. All right, that 1-minute is doing that thing again when it will not bring up the chart. Reset chart view. Great. All right, so you guys can see we've already received the convincing candle for the 520. So we are a bit late to get in there. That would have been this. Actually, that would have been this candle right here, the 519. So we're not at 520 yet. But what I'm saying is we're pretty late for the drop because the drop has already started before 520. You get what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3. By the way, guys, when we take these trades, we're in them for 3 minutes and 3 minutes only. All right. So we are in it literally on the 1-minute candlestick for 3 candlesticks. All right. We're in it for 3 candlesticks on the 1-minute time frame. And right now, price is pushing down. This is 520. This would be your convincing candle. If it is you get a red candle, and we would like to see price push on down. Right now, 50% line is already, or we have already passed it. Gonna go ahead and see if we can line that up here. So USDJPY. Ooh, there she goes, guys. There she goes. She's already left the building. She's already left the building. The 58-second will be too late. Too late an entry for my quick fingers who were able to get in from early. Um, kudos to you if you did, but price has already left us. The 58-second just came. Your entry would have had to be right here on this candle. All right, and it'd be for 3 candlesticks. So this is the first one. Then you're gonna have a second one, and then a third one, and then that'll be the end of the trade. All right, so you'd have executed a sell on USDJPY right here at 664 for 3 minutes. All right, whichever broker you're using, whether you're using a Forex broker and you're scalping for pips, or you're doing binary options and you're fixed by time. All right, fixed by time. I'm not going to mention the broker that I'm using on YouTube, but for those of you who are in the mentorship program, you'll already know. If you want to know the brokers that we use, come on, join us and we will trade together. All right. So this is where you would have entered on the convincing candle. All right. So this is one candlestick. Second candlestick is going to come, then the third candlestick, then we're going to see where we're at. The next thing is I would not have necessarily felt very comfortable doing ready, set, go on this trade. Why, family? Because we have already reached the oversold area on the 1 minute time frame. I want to be up here coming down, not down here going up. Y'all understand, right? Y'all get the picture. All right, so let's get back over to the currency strength meter to see what's going on there. USD has gained 2 bars with an up arrow. So that's telling me that USD is getting stronger. Great for it. Let's look at the next one to look at would be USD, which is about 4-bar difference. Euro JPY is also 4-bar difference, but I'm going to look at Euro USD real quick. All right, let's see if Euro USD is setting up and what it's setting up. Ooh, big candles on Euro USD.
All right, all right, all right. Let's go.
All right, so let's get back over to the one chart. And Euro USD, ladies and gentlemen, Euro USD should be going in which direction? Euro USD should be going up. All right, so we're going to tag that as green. And we can see that we've just left the building. We just left the building. See, one of the great things about trading, yes, it's a buy. One of the great things about trading is you have to be patient. You have to have patience. There are 3 key things that you must have when trading. You must have personal self-discipline. You must have patience. And you must learn how to become consistent with what you're doing. See, consistency doesn't come from you being ad hoc, unless you're consistently ad hoc, right? But consistency comes from having a system in place where you can duplicate the process objectively over and over and over again without fail. Emotionless. All right. Let me add that in. Emotionless. Most people who come into the currency markets, they have too much emotion. And that's normal. That's standard on every human model. It comes with emotions. But when you're in this market, you must be able to control your emotions. All right? Must be able to. So I already have a few clears here in the family. All right. Cleared UJ and AJ already. All right. Let's see what UJ is doing now. All right. Remember, you could have done a 1 minute, 2 minute, or a 3 minute trade. All right. So look at that, guys. Perfectly executed. Listen, just because I didn't take the trade doesn't mean the trade didn't run. All right. I personally didn't take it, but we have people in the team that's taking it. And guess what? They cleared. Look at that drop, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. Jeez, Louise. Come on now, you guys. If y'all took that trade, y'all in some major profits. Let's pop some smoke. Let's pop some smoke.
Wait. Hey. Woo!
That is what's up. That is what's up, guys. Look at that drop. Amazing drop there on UJ. For those of you who took that trade and cleared, amazing, amazing, amazing. Guys, I want to say this. Because we are oversold on the 1 minute doesn't mean that the trade ain't gonna run. It just means that it's not lined up for the strategy that I practice. Ready, set, go. But we have other people who are more than confident taking that trade, even in that current state. Why? Because the 5 minute trumps the 1 minute. The 5 minutes RSI trumps the 1 minute RSI. So if the 5 minutes is selling and it's all the way close to the 70% line on the RSI, as indicated right here, then guys, come on. This was an amazing. So if you were in it for 1 minute, you'd have cleared depending on your entry. If you were in it for 2 minutes, you'd have cleared based on your entry. But if you were in it for 3 minutes, big tank, big tank. I like that one. The new emotionless model coming to a target near you. That's what's up. Zero emotions, all strategy. That's just what's up. All right. So USDJPY sold, gave us the move. We're done with that. All right. If we're going to go ahead and take another position on USDJPY, what would it look like? Well, we would have had to break the floor and retest it and then wait for the drop. Now, the only thing that I would tell you about this move is that we have previous floors to contend with. Remember, I told you guys, we have one more here, one more here. So we could fall, get a reaction here and get a bounce back up before we break through. All right. But the second opportunity would be right in this zone after the retest. I'll go ahead and set an alert just in case we're still on for that. Okay. So we're done with USDJPY for now. Let's get back on over to EURUSD and see how she's moving for me. All right. So USD was supposed to be a buy. And hey, look, there goes that buy. All right. There goes that buy. Again, not a setup for me per se. Not a setup for me per se. But guys, what I want you guys to see from this is how we mark up the charts. All right. How accurate we are with the strategy. How accurate we are with the strategy, because we don't play around with these zones. We don't play around with these zones. All right. We look for the areas of supply and demand and we move with them. All right. So that was the move to the upside on EURUSD. I'm also looking to see if price is going to break out of that area, retest that area, and then continue to the upside. That would also be another trade opportunity. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and flag that there. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. I don't care. All I want to know is I executed the strategy with precision. All right. So that's what we're looking for. Price already made its move on the floor, pushed on up. You can see on this candlestick here, Price came down at 515, touched it, took off. Remember, again, each one of these candles are represented 5 minutes on this screen on the left-hand side. Over on the right-hand side, it's only 1 minute, as you can see in my background watermark. Okay, all right. Let's swing on over to EURUSD, where we should be bearish. Should be falling. All right. Okay, great. So EURUSD. Why? Because we like to. All right, so you guys can see we are below the moving average and red. So that is also showing that we are selling. Price was doing a nice big drop. Let me go get rid of this 1 minute time frame because we're not ready for it as yet. Time now is 5:30. Price gave us one nice big drop here, retraced, gave us a triple top. 1, 2, 3. Then she dropped again, came back up, tested that ceiling twice, dropped again, and then she's been consolidating in this zone. All right. So for us to get into a trade opportunity here, knowing that we're looking for a sell, we have to wait for price to give it to us. All right. And it hasn't given it to us just yet. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert on the RSI, and I'm going to go ahead and identify my areas of interest. Now, the very first one that I'm seeing is right here. Okay. And guys, for those of you who are on beyond the charts in the background here, y'all know how to identify y'all areas of interest with the indicators, the tools. All right. So please do go ahead and use those and ensure that you're looking at the right areas, the high and the low. So I'm looking to see if price is going to give us a breakout of this consolidated area and then a retest, and that will give me the opportunity to go in for that sell. So I'm going to break the floor, retest it, and then take a sell opportunity down. All right. That'll be the trade setup. We could probably push to at least the fair value gap right there. And if price doesn't break through, we could actually see a push back up to this zone, respect, and then a drop. All right. We also have a few upper zones here, which we will watch just in the event that price does push back. All right. So AUDUSDs let me know that there's an alert, but I have not set an alert for her. But let me go ahead and take a look, see why she's coming to our attention. Okay. So that was a previous alert set. Guys, by the way, you saw that Forex trade that we did last night, that set it and forget it trade. Absolute fire. That trade, woo, the trade moved like a guys, I think it's at 40 pips right now and running, and it was just simply an amazing trade. So for those of you who are on profits after dark, we had set that trade and forget that trade and went to our bed, and we woke up in profits. All right, woke up in profits. It was sweet. Trust me. It was sweet. All right. So to set the alert on the RSI, I'll get back to AUDUSD. Let's finish marking up EURUSDJPY. To set the alert, got in and out. Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. I saw you. I saw your message before the bedtime. I saw your message. But hey, listen, I said it and I forgot it. I went to bed and, you know, it did what it did. It was sweet. It was absolutely brilliant. So, and I'm gonna chop that up and probably do some postings on that pretty soon. All right, so EURUSDJPY, we have a bounce off the floor here and a push up. Let's see if price is going to give us that breakthrough. And just to answer the question that was posed in the chats just now, for the RSI, if you want to set, now you can set alerts, whether you can set alerts on the chart or you can set alerts on the RSI. Guys, if you are going to be trading and you're going to be taking this seriously, TradingView is one of the best softwares out there. You can get the free version. The free version limits you to 3 indicators. You're going to probably need a few more. I personally don't need more. I actually want less indicators on my chart, right? But you get a couple other perks. One of which is you can set different alerts on your RSI. You can set alerts on the chart, or you can set alerts on indicators. Absolutely phenomenal when I found that out. So instead of setting the alert on the zone, I can set the alert on the RSI. Which one is more important to me, the zone or the RSI? Well, they're pretty much both very important because it requires confluence, right? You need to have both of them in alignment. But the one that's going to be priority for me is the RSI. Okay. If I get to the zone and the RSI isn't lined up, I'm not taking the trade anyway. So why not set the alert on the RSI so that when I'm alerted, I can then check the charts to see if I'm at a zone. Does that make sense, guys? All right. Does that make sense? Drop a 222 in the chat if that makes sense. So I'm going to set it on the indicator. How do you do that? Well, if you come to the right here, right where you see price, you can go ahead and press the plus button. There's a plus sign. That plus sign is how you add the alert. Now, if, like, for instance, sometimes I'm bothered by the things on the chart, like these 4 buttons, I can't seem to get to put my plus button. Well, you can shrink it. You can make it really big, or you can make it really small. You can come here to this line and you can pull it up, stretch it up, right? Or you can stretch it down. Or you can double click on the RSI itself and just have the RSI without the chart. This way, you can go ahead and just press the plus sign, set your alert, and you're good to go. Now, I usually set my alert on the 70 or the 30, depending on if I'm buying or selling. I'm not necessarily always accurate with the number. So if you want to be accurate, you can just double click on the dotted line, the broken line, and just set 70 if you're really specific that you want it at 70. All right, you can do that. So you double click on the line and just go ahead and just select the value, put it at 70. So you're spot on with your overbought line. And once price gets back up there and it hits it, you'll get an alert letting you know that it's potentially time to sell the market. All right. So EURUSD is set up. That's what we're looking at. And we're looking at a sell on EURUSD. Now, Euro is gaining strength, guys. Euro is gaining strength, right? And USD is also gaining strength. So there's a shift in the dynamics in the market. So just pay close attention to what you're doing because it's shifting. All right, it's shifting. I'm gonna tell you from now, it's shifting. So go with God. All right.
God bless you.
All right. So EURUSD is now in the zone. Yeah, EU is a buy. So we are in the zone for EU right now. Which zone are we in? We're in this zone and pushing down. And wow, price just left it real quick. You can see how powerful that zone is from the reaction of this candlestick. This is price action for you. Guys, another key thing for you to learn when you're in these streets, got to learn the lingo of the candlesticks. You gotta be able to decipher the story behind them. Okay. Each candlestick is telling you something very, very, very specific. Whether there is buying pressure or selling pressure, whether you have a one candlestick pattern or maybe multiple candlestick patterns. All right. You have to learn the language of price action. Now, there are many books out there that can teach you this, but nothing beats being right there live and direct with the candlesticks. All right. So EURUSD right now is actually at or oversold line. All right. Time now is 5:39. Let's see if we can get a 5:40 trade squeezed off. Let's see how deep it's going to go into the oversold area. All right. Time now is 5:40. EURUSD and 5:40. Set up for the 3-minute trade. Wait for your convincing candle at the 58-second and see if you get it. All right. Seeing that there's a lot more selling pressure going on. There's a lot of selling pressure going on in Euro USD. But that's my 1 minute on the right hand side. And this is my 5 minute time frame on the left hand side. All right. We can see the 1 minute and the 5 minute is in alignment. We are pretty much below the zone right now, just broke the zone. And with a break of a zone, there's always a potential that we could push to the next zone. It just did it, right? It's always a potential that we could push down to the next zone. So what's my next move? The next opportunity I'm looking for could potentially come off this floor. All right. Let's double check the currency strength meter to ensure that things are still in our favor. All right. So let's check currency strength meter, Euro USD. Like I said, guys, USD is getting stronger. So we're only right now 3 bars difference. There is a green arrow on USD and a green arrow on Euro on the currency strength meter. Okay. We're pushing down. So let's see if the 545 candle is going to be our move, or if she's going to give us a push up from here after she's touched the zone. All right. Love language of the candlesticks. So we are now into another 3 minute. All right, waiting for, okay, we can only do a 2 minute trade now because it is now 5:42 and we have not yet gotten the convincing candle touching the second zone right now. And again, remember guys, we have 2 candles, 2 arrows on the currency strength meter, which is indicating you should approach this with extreme caution and proper risk management. Okay, proper risk management. So there we go. We're having the reaction off that zone right now, as you can see, live and direct. All right. If you were to take this trade, you only have 2 minutes to enter it, but there is no convincing candle there on the 58 second, still pushing down. Now you only have 1 minute to enter the trade. If it is, you do get a convincing candle and this starts to push back up and giving you only a wick. All right, here we go. You can see the convincing candle is pushing right here. Price is trying, the bulls are trying to get in, but the bears are just absolutely strong, overpowering those bulls, pushing the market further down. 5 minute RSI is still pointing down. But hey, look, for the quick fingers out there, I would suggest, personally, I love to wait for the 5 minute is when it's turning up. But this is what's happening right here, guys. The 1 minute is giving you that push up. So the 58 second is literally coming up right now. That will be the convincing candle. And you'd have 1 minute left on that trade. All right. So if you even want to take it on your demo, you can practice that 1 minute trade, but definitely, it's pushing down still. Okay. It's pushing down still. So I'm waiting for the 5:45 time frame to see if we can get an opportunity there. All right. 3 minute, cleared 3 minute on EU. Okay. All right. So you would have had 1 minute on that trade. All right. 1 minute you'd have had on that trade. So for my more professional quick fingers who are able to trade 1 minute and below, you know how the setup is. You can see it. You can appreciate it. Well, that was an entry for you for the 1 minute. So for those of you who are able to take that, let me know. You should be clearing in 3, 2, 1, cleared. All right, great. So that would have been a clear for a 1 minute trade if you were able to take it, if you were skillful enough to dive in the market and take it for 1 minute. That's why I was walking you guys through the opportunity taking a 1 minute versus a 2 minute versus a 3 minute trade. All right, that was a nice setup because price pushed down very, very much with aggression, got to the zone and pushed up. All right, I know you did, Sniper Queen. I know you did. Your quick fingers all day long. All right, cool. So let us now wait for the convincing candle on the 45 minute. If we don't get that, then we don't get that. But make sure that you're set up for that. Your 3 minutes is in, and you're just simply waiting now for this convincing candle on the 1 minute and for the 5 minute to give you what you need. All right. We can see a turnaround anytime now. So I just cleared that. I took a quick 1 minute trade on it. I don't normally do that, but I felt the need to, so I did it. All right. I don't normally do a 1 minute trade, but you know, my co-trader is rubbing off on me. Hey, what can I say? I have her energy too. All right, so we have the candle pushing up from the floor right now. All right, 3 minutes is set on the clock. 3 minutes is set on the clock. The 58-second is coming. And because you did not get the convincing candle on the first one, then it puts you right to the end of 550. Puts you right to the end of 550. All right, so if you have 3 minutes set, that should be ending at 550. I'm seeing some selling pressure here. I'm seeing some selling pressure here with the candlestick wick, so be careful on that. That was the 58-second. That was the 58-second right on this candlestick right here. Right there would have been your entry at 195. All right, 195 would have been your entry. The 5 minute is about to push up. It is turning up, hasn't crossed yet, which is very, very dangerous. But that is just what we do here, guys. No risk, no reward without risk. They go hand in hand. So if you were able to execute that, let me know. The entry would have been 195 for 3 minutes. Okay. All right. So we came to the floor, we kissed it, and we could be pushing up from here, or we could continue to push back down, testing it some more, potentially even breaking the floor and continuing lower to get to this fair value gap right here. All right. That's also a possibility. Price could break this floor and continue going down. We have a trend to the downside, as you guys can see. We have a downtrend here. All right, you have a downtrend there. So price could potentially continue with a lot of momentum to the downside as we're not yet pushing up. All right, we're not yet pushing up, breaking the structure here and heading to the upside. So let us go ahead and see what AUDUSD is doing. All right, AUDUSD. AUDUSD is 2 bars strong over USD. 2 bars strong over USD. She would have given us, she's given us a move right now, actually. Giving us a move right now, actually. Right now, it's crossing up and pushing up. We did not get to make it here in time to do a markup, but for those of you who are moving ahead of me, that was definitely a good move. We are below the moving average, which is giving us some conflict there. But we are pushing up from there. If it is that you're below the moving average and you're looking for a sell opportunity, then you're looking for it off the highs. You're looking for it off the top. All right, up here. So that would be your trend line. And you guys can see how that respected it. It just respected it like boom, 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 and dropped. So you'd have to wait for price to get back somewhere up there in order to take that move. All right. So we're looking at EURUSD. If you took that trade, you should be cleared. If you took that trade, you should be cleared. I just cleared. All right. If you took that trade for EURUSD, you should be cleared. I see you guys in the chats. Cleared, cleared, cleared. Cleared, 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 cleared. Cleared the EU for 3 minutes. Very good. It was very close. It was a close move, but cleared nonetheless. But it was close, I must admit. 5 minute hasn't yet shifted up enough for us to actually have a major clear out for that one. So I'm just trying to bring my charts up here, guys. It's not resetting right now. Give me a moment. Let me reset it properly. All right, so your entry, let's just walk through that trade opportunity real quick. Your entry would have been on this candle right here. It was very close. It was very close. All right. It was just waiting to run. So the entry would have been on this candle at the 195. And when I say 195, guys, I'm referring to the price. We usually use the last 3 digits, 195. So we have 1 candlestick, 2, 3. You guys can see we closed above where we entered. You know, for those of you who are following on YouTube, if this is quite confusing to you, I don't expect it to be clear because this is a whole new language. I want to see one of you go try to learn French or Spanish in one day. It's not possible. All right. It takes practice. So 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. If you entered where you should have right here, you would have cleared right here. And there goes price, guys. Price is taking off like nobody's business. I told you it was only a matter of time. It just about gave us the trade, but it wanted to run and it decided to run just after we came out. No problem. Over here in binary trading, a win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how big or how small. Once you are above where you entered the trade, you win. And that's the fantastic thing about binary trading. It doesn't require a massive amount of pips. What it really depends on is, are you above your entry if it's a buy within your time frame, or are you below your entry within the time frame? And ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, our analysis for Euro USD was spot on. Price came down, kissed the floor, took off with that green candle. That's the candle we should have experienced. We experienced the one beside it, and we just caught the movement from the wick on up. That's no problem because, again, it was a clear. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 5:52. I hope you enjoyed the time here with us for this little short hour. I did 2 amazing trades. That's 2 and 0. Guys, you know, I'll be posting on WhatsApp. I'll be shooting on WhatsApp, and I've been posting 1 and 0, 2 and 0, 1 and 0, 2 and 0. Rarely do we post a lesson, but when we do, we're grateful for it. Why? Because we get to learn from our mistakes. And a lot of times it's not so much the market that's making the mistake, ladies and gentlemen. It is us. It is us. As a professional commercial pilot that I am, I can tell you majority of the times when we have accidents, it is human error. The plane is running perfectly fine, but it's some breakdown within us that causes problems. Ladies and gentlemen, don't break down in the market. Follow an objective trade decision or trade rules. Follow a trading plan and execute it without fail each and every single time. And you can be like us here each and every single morning, profiting before we head off to work. It requires a lot of discipline. It requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of practice. And more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, you need to be consistent. If it is you want to join us here on Profits Before Sunrise, go ahead and drop something in the comments and let me know. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that every time that I'm live, dropping some jewels, dropping some information, you guys can be a part of the conversation. All right. So with that being said, it is now 5:55. I got to run. I got to go talk to my peeps. So for those of you out there in the YouTube world, we love you. May the divine forces in us greet the divine forces in you. May you all manifest each and every heart's desire. Ashe family, have an amazing rest of your day. This was Profits Before Sunrise. This is what we do each and every single morning from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All right. We also have Mindset Mondays, and we have training on Fridays, where we dive into the market and we look at every different aspect of of our strategy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, I want to thank each and every single one of you again for stopping on by. This is Mark with the C. Blake, and I'm out. Peace.